Hello and welcome. My name is Ritchie and today I am providing you with a guide on legendary and divine equipment. In this guide I am going to take you through the various methods that you can use to obtain the divine and legendary equipment, and then I'm going to show you what you do once you have obtained it. I will be using a piece of my own and showing you all the different things you can do with legendary and divine gear, and to help you understand why that's the direction that you want to be heading in ultimately. What we're going to start with first is the methods of obtaining the gear. So one method is if you go to trade and go into exquisite equipment, you can see here people are selling legendary items. Not always, it is quite rare on this occasion. We do have somebody selling a holy gold longbow in here for 1.1 million gold. Now, once you have purchased the holy gold longbow, don't think that you actually own it, because you don't. All you own is the unidentified version, and what you'll need to do is go into your equipment, onto forge, into legendary equipment, and then you can see on the holy gold longbow you would have to use 20 stones of earth, the unidentified print itself, 5 dragon scales, and 5 golden cast iron, and then you will be able to identify your bow. The next method is the light of dawn. I don't want to go into great detail on this because, well, if you don't know what it is, you can just search it or put it in the comments and I'll respond to you. The light of dawn can be made by combining 5 different relics together, and then once you do that, it gives you a light of dawn. You can use it as a map. You'll go to a random location in the game, you'll dig, and then there's a chance that you'll get a legendary piece of equipment. I don't know what the odds are. It's up to you whether you want to do it. It is a bit of a gamble, but it's quite fun as well. The third method are raids. If we go into our advent, you can see in team raids, on heroic in particular, you can obtain all sorts of legendary gear in here. I mean, all the different types of sets. They just in the most recent update released a Torture set and Talissaga set and an Arcane Crystals set. So that's another method. The next one is faction. So if you go into your trade, I believe it is, and reputation store, you can see that my faction is Magdalena's Shadow. Now on here, once you get to certain ranks, the first one for me will be Quartermaster. I can buy the Wild Soul Helm for 300 of those, I don't know what they are, emblem things, I forgot what they're called. And again, you'll get an unidentified divine helmet, and it's just you have to go through the same process again of identifying it. I've also unlocked the Wild Soul placard, actually, I didn't realise. The next method is to use the Flower of Torannis down here. You can obtain the Flower of Torannis through your heroic raids. You do get one every time you complete the second boss on the raid. So if we just use this, you can see it takes us to this person here. Purchase divine equipment, and you can see that you can buy different types of divine gear here. I'm saving up for the Soul Sunder Quiver. You can see that one of the attributes down the bottom are the Shades of Night, which you can read through yourself. That won't be of any benefit to my class, but what you can do is change that. You can get a different set. I'll show you how to do that later in the video. And then finally, you can use the Leaf of Eternity as well. The Leaf of Eternity can be obtained through all sorts of methods. In fact, you can get them from the Light of Dawn as well, much like the Flower of Torannis here. You'll see that you can pick the Leaf of Eternity up in the trade house down in Priceless Treasures. They're usually anything from 25 to 30k gold on this server. You'll need anything between 20 and 40 of them, 40 for the weapon and 20 and 30 for different armor pieces. And not forgetting, lastly, our blueprints. Now, legendary gear can only be obtained from level 30 blueprints, okay? That is level 30 to 39. They can't be obtained from 40 and higher, and they can't be obtained from lower than 30. So your blueprints, they can be obtained from raids. They can also be purchased from the auction house. So by default, you'll see it's on level 40 to 49, drop to 30 to 39, and then there's often quite a few blueprints in here which you can buy. Now, at the moment, I've saved up 20. What I'm going to be using in this video are 10 of them, with the hope of getting a legendary weapon. I've been wanting to get one for a long time now, so we'll see if we can get any luck. Oh, it's just prompting me to get my treasure map actually. So you can see we just use the blueprint, and then we run over here to the blacksmith, which is also where you trade in your Leaf of Eternities. Now we're going through the 10 of them. Oh, we got an epic. It would be so nice to get the legendary, but if not, then we will still have another 10 after, and I'll just keep doing it until I do. It's how I want to obtain my legendary bow. As soon as we're done identifying these 10, I will then take you through what you can do with legendary and divine gear. I've got a tunic which is legendary, so we will go through that. So not lucky today on getting the legendary weapon, but in the future we'll see. So moving on to the equipment, you can see I have a legendary tunic. Now you'll notice the good thing about legendary and divine is that you get a legend set here, and on the divine you would get a divine set. You also get another set down the bottom in yellow, and that's as much as I can say about that. And I'm getting Instagram messages. Now, moving up, if we go to the upgrade option, you'll see that we can upgrade the attributes by 10% every time. It starts off with a few frost hearts, which you can obtain from heroic raids, and then eventually it costs you Blood of Titanus, and lots of other things as well. It just goes up in price, but we don't really need to go into too much detail at the moment. The next thing that you can do with the equipment is you can refine. So you can see what we can do is change our basic stats with 3 Golem cast iron. We can also change our legend. I have earth at the moment, which is good for me. And we can also change the set. So as you can see, what you can do with legendary and divine equipment is pretty limitless. It really just allows you to get up to incredibly high ranks. If we go on to now on the ranking system actually and go down to equipment ranking, you can see on the server at the moment the Snowfall staff, which Vengner owns, is at a score of 1647, and the grade is 320. So he has just kept upgrading that, and that's what's great about the gear. You can just keep upgrading and get to where you want to be. Anyway, that's as much as I would like to cover today on legendary and divine gear. If anyone can count how many times I've said legendary and divine in this video, I would be quite impressed. In the next video, I will be making a guide on attributes, actually. So if you see here, go into character, you have all your overview, physical, spell, etc. I'm going to go into all of these and give you an overview as to what they all mean, what is required for each class as well. So if you do want to see that, then make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I do provide a lot of, I will be providing a lot of videos on this sort of thing, general guides to Crusaders of Light. I will be providing an updated DPS guide as well in the near future. I've had lots of feedback on the one I produced the other day. I can't believe the amount of views it's got. It has shot up really quickly, which obviously I'm very happy with. But we'll see what the future brings. I'm really quite pleased with all the feedback I am getting on my videos at the moment. I think I'll end the video here. I will say thank you very much for watching. For the next 10 seconds I'll be quiet, and there'll be 2 videos on the screen right now which you can choose from. Thank you very much and goodbye.